Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like the channel, leave a comment. Leave a comment with your lineup. I'll talk about it. See where you need to improve or just get my input on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not an expert, but I've been doing fantasy for about 7 years now. So I kind of understand if I see anything wrong with your lineup, I help you. And shoot, I also need some help too. So if somebody can lend me a piece of advice, I accept it. But yesterday was waiver wire day. I had to cut some players. I pretty much cut my whole bench. Will Fuller, gone. Robby Anderson, gone. Jamison Crowder, gone. Curtis Samuel, he's gone too. These guys was not producing. He had no touchdowns from any of these guys in 2 games. This is a 10-team league, so the waiver wire, you got a lot of people in the waiver wire you could choose from. So cutting them really wasn't bad. Hopefully nobody picks them up. You know what I'm saying? I'll get them back if I need them. Especially Will Fuller. I think he's probably the best out of the group. But Robby Anderson and Jamison Crowder will be okay once their quarterback comes back. He's out with mono. Sam Donner out with mono. You know what I'm saying? And it was just the right time to cut Robby Anderson and Jamison Crowder because, for one, they got the New England Patriots coming up with their third-string quarterback. They just got their third-string quarterback, and they got the New England Patriots coming up, and then week 4, they're on the bye. Then Sam Donner will come back. You're not sure how he's going to be when he comes back. And so it's time to get rid of them guys. Curtis Samuel also dealing with a quarterback that's not 100%. I think Cam Newton is dealing with toe injury or something, and their offense is not really flowing. Curtis Samuel had a pretty good game last week, but that was from really, I could see through the lines. He had a good game. He had a lot of targets. He had like double-digit targets, but that was a Thursday night game. Guys are tired. You can see Christian McCaffrey was just tired. So Christian McCaffrey didn't have his best game, so they had to look elsewhere, and Curtis Samuel was somewhere that they looked. He had a lot of targets. He didn't have a touchdown. He didn't have over 100 receiving yards. So I think that's the best he can do. And he only had like 11 fantasy points. So he's underproducing. He had a lot of hype, but no sizzle. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to miss these guys, but this is a small league, so I think I'll be okay. You got to cut ties when they ain't working. And if it's after 2 weeks, that's how I got to be. I picked up Nelson Aguilar, Darwin Thompson, Peyton Barber, Frank Gore, Carlos Hyde, Demarcus Robinson. Hopefully they'll break out. And I got too many people, so I'm going to have to cut 2 guys in order to fill my roster out. Because right now my kicker spot is empty. My IDP spot is empty. So what I'll do is wait for Sunday, see how these guys perform. If they perform good, I'm going to keep them. If not, they're getting cut. Most likely I might have to cut Frank Gore and probably Peyton Barber, depending on how they play. I think I put Nelson Aguilar in the lineup. They shorthand at receiver. D-Jax is out. Alshon Jeffries is out. And Nelson Aguilar is not the best receiver, but he'll get a lot of targets. And Carson Wentz is still pretty good. So hopefully he'll be all right. I want to start Carlos Hyde, but kind of nervous. And Demarcus Robinson was like the number 1 waiver pickup for this week. And nobody wanted him, so I swooped him up. I didn't even put a waiver claim in. I just waited for the waivers to run out and picked who was left. And this was left. And people sleeping. I'm up. I'm up at 4:30 because I work at night, so I was already up anyway. 4:30, some waivers hit. I came and scooped them up. You know what I'm saying? So that's it, man. This is a piece of advice. If your players aren't performing on your bench, man, don't just cut them. I mean, sometimes it might bite you in the butt. You know what I'm saying? Like last year, you know what I'm saying? I cut some good players, and it bit me in the butt. But a lot of times, more often than not, you know, it'll be a good move because you need that space for the people that's coming. You need that space for the hotness that's coming. And that's one piece of advice. Two, keep looking at that waiver wire because you never know when somebody's dropping somebody. I look at the waiver wire probably once every hour. I'm crazy like that. And for one, my team is not that good, so I always need somebody to step up. So I always need to get somebody. Darwin Thompson, I picked him because Kansas City Chiefs got some injuries, you know what I'm saying? Sean McCoy and Damian Williams was dealing with injuries. So if they miss some time, Darwin Thomas, boom, I already got him. Don't like to wish for injuries, but if it happened, I'm going to be prepared. So yeah, send me your lineups in the comments below. You know, I'll look at it. I'll even do a whole video if somebody send me their whole lineup. Like, yo, you need to do this, and that. I love comments, love questions, start sit questions. Someone had a comment on my last video. This guy named Prince Rose. He just had a comment about Lamar Jackson. I think I was talking about him. And I think I might have said he had an interception, and he corrected me. He said Lamar Jackson has no interceptions on the year after 2 games, and that's amazing. I'm surprised Lamar Jackson don't have no interceptions. Keep it up, because his throwing motion is ugly. I'm not a quarterback coach. I've never been a quarterback, but I've been watching football since I was like 8 years old, and like his throwing motion is ugly. But surprisingly, he completes passes. He had a nice long throw to Hollywood Brown. That was nice. But them other little throws he throw down the middle, it's just ugly. His motion is just ugly, but they be arrows though. They be strikes. I'm like, wow. So I'm loving Lamar Jackson right now. Hopefully he can win me a championship. I need a little bit more help, so that's why I hit up the waiver wire, and you should too. Thanks for watching, man. Peace.